Carthage must be destroyed. Today we're going to do another unboxing. I have these Frostgrave soldiers here. And yes, it's fantasy. I don't normally do fantasy. Well, I did do some unboxing of fantasy last time with the undead. I'm not gearing towards fantasy, but I went and bought these today because I need some plastic guys that have shields. And it's for a project that I'll talk about after I do the unboxing that I'm currently working on. But yeah, I needed some plastic guys that I can do up quick that have shields. I really wanted, instead of this box, to actually get the Fireforged Sergeants, but my local gaming store, they simply didn't have the Fireforged guys. So I got these guys. These were the next best thing. So Frostgrave soldiers, even though you know, they're not the ideal one that I wanted to get for the project, which I'll mention later, they still will work, and I do play Frostgrave, so I will get use out of them. And I'll just flip this around quick to show you guys. You get 20 multi-part hard plastic figures in here, so it was a little pricey, I think, in my opinion. I paid about 45 Canadian at my local store, which is kind of pricey for just 20 guys. I'm more used to Mountain Perry gives you for a similar price. But that's okay. Since it's for a project, I'll make good use of it. But yeah, they've just got the different soldiers and stuff in here. So I'm gonna open it up. There's 20 guys in here. There are, I might have to grab some scissors here. I'll do that quick. I can't just rip that plastic off. so yeah, there's 20 guys in here. And there's no, like, you know, this kind of box that doesn't have a command or anything. So I imagine there's 5 guys on a sprue or 4 guys on a sprue. This is, oops, this is me guessing. Sorry if that was a little loud. I'm going to assume that they're all identical sprues. But Frostgrave's such a cool game. I should do more of that on my channel, but I just haven't had any chance to really play when COVID's been going around, right? So I normally have one friend that we played a lot of Frostgrave with, and then Frostgrave 2 came out, and I mean, we'll probably play that again once I go over to his place and get some more time. Alright, so there's no instructions or anything. I mean, I think it's fairly straightforward. We'll look at it here as we go through. So let's look at the basis first. You're gonna get, it's probably all Renedra, yep. It's the Renedra company that makes these, and you're gonna get 20 circle bases, just so you can, they're 25 millimeter. You can just base your guys on it, and it looks like there's 5 guys to sprue, and they are all identical. So let's just take a look at one. We don't really have to look at much here because it's just one sprue, but yeah, you got everything laid out here. These are fantasy, I'm gonna call them fantasy based models, so I'm not expecting them to scale up as nicely as historical stuff that I'm used to, but just to give you guys a close-up look here, let's get in there. So these are guys, as I said, are meant for Frostgrave, and you see that they're wearing a bunch of rags, and they've got like rope and more, I guess, a thick set of clothing going here. Let's see if I can get my light in a bit better. I think that's a bit better, but you can see here that their clothing are a lot more thick. So, and that, of course, that's meant for Frostgrave, right? They're in a city, Felstad, that's thawing, and yeah, they'd be wearing thicker clothes, being protected. So, I mean, you know what? Let's just keep looking at those guys. Look at the back there. They've got a whole bunch of stuff on their back. It's actually really good and detailed for fantasy, even though, you know, that for fantasy, I don't really mind so much about proportions and stuff, but I mean, he's got a bunch of tools there. Looks like a bag on the back. This guy's got, what is that there? A knife, some sort of satchel. This guy's got a canteen at the end there. You know, just little accessories. Let's take a quick look at the heads here. And I mean, these are nicely done and detailed. I like this guy with his little skull cap. Or this guy here almost has like a, it's got a pointed hat with the fur on it. Just show you guys really quick here. Different guys, different heads. This almost reminds me of like a Mordheim head, you know, kind of like a piratey look. Maybe he's like a witch hunter or something. You got some medieval looking guys with a pod helmet and a kettle helmet, I think they're called. And then you get more of like the Spagenhelm Viking looking guy. And this guy's also got that kind of, I don't know what kind of helmet that is. Then this sprue also comes with some accessories here. You get like a bag. I think this must be like some sort of sack he's carrying, because in Frostgrave you pick up treasure and stuff like that. They got rope they can put on the guys. Looks like arrows there. What is that? Some sort of cooking utensil? I'm gonna assume it's a cooking bowl. It's kind of cool. There's a torch there. There's a quiver for a crossbow, and they got a lantern at the end here. Alright, there's an arm pointing obviously, and in Frostgrave you get all sorts of different guys. If you've played the game, you know you can have like archers, crossbowmen, thugs, and knights and stuff. So they've got all sorts of assorted weapons here. This is almost like the, what are they called? They are the free company. You know the free companies for Warhammer? The Warhammer Empire? Well, the free company basically has a whole bunch of assortment of arms, and this really reminds me of them, except they're snow-based. They've got a lot more, yeah, they got a lot more winter gear on. See, and you got the really fantasy-looking great sword up there. You got a halberd up here. These are just great weapons in Frostgrave. And I mainly got these because I want to use these shields. These shields here are going to be part of my project. But yeah, I just wanted to open it up and show you guys a little bit of the thing I'm going to be working with and using in an upcoming project, which I will go into a little bit of detail right now. So I'm not going to get too much into the project right now, but just to show you guys here, I found that these shields that come with these soldiers here, and it's a pity I only get 8 in this set, but I'm going to be putting a decal project up online. And you can see here I got one of the decals here. This is a prototype, it's just printed on regular paper. But I'm working on a project and I will end up selling these at some point. But I'm making a number of like fantasy, medieval inspired water slide decals. This is just one of them here. But I do expect to put it up online, and I'll probably put it up on Kickstarter when it's ready. So that'll be a focal point in my channel for a bit. That's one of the projects I'm working on. I've done scenery and stuff before in the past at Steeple Hat Studios. I still have some of my old towers that I do sell on Etsy, but I'm trying to get back into doing sales with model related items. And the scenery was cool to do, but I find for space and time, it takes a really long amount of time. And I you know, I still live in apartments, and I don't have a permanent living area, so I don't want to take up a whole bunch of storage space in my home. But yeah, that's basically what I'm going to be working on, and I will have more details and show more decals when they come out. This is just a double-headed lion here, obviously. Double-headed lion rampant. Or yeah, that's one of the items that I will be featuring in a project coming up. Other than that, I've been working on my Germans. I'll share those in another video, but I'm gonna get right into making these up. This shield might be a little small for what I'm doing. I'm gonna have to do some measurements on my own, but if it works, I'll use it. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to look through my collection to see if there's any other shields that are slightly bigger than this one. I think this one will just cover the size right, but this one I think I'm gonna have to find an alternative for, because it's just a little small for the decal. But yeah, that's it. That's my little unboxing for these Frostgrave guys, and just kind of an update on what I'm doing with the channel here. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video with more information, maybe more unboxings and more product updates. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.